What's going on, South Gardens fam? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Once y'all come in, man, drop a hashtag Black to the Land in the chat. Hashtag Black to the Land, man. Once you come in, man. We ain't gonna be too long tonight, but I definitely do got a question to ask, and I got some points that I want everybody to ponder on. That I want you to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like we got one person in. Go ahead and drop a comment in the chat. Hashtag Black to the Land if you're just coming in, man. And also today I am going to be going over the winner. There was only one contestant that actually, did all of the requirements or whatever the case may be. So we got a winner. Hi, it's my pride family. How you doing, N Dorsey 440? How you doing? Good to see you on. Good to see you on. I'm gonna pin that. Yeah, glad to see you on, man. Ma'am, glad to see you on. We just wait for a little bit more people to come in. Oh, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I just got a question. Got a question for everybody. How domesticated are we? I just want everybody to think about that. So as you come in, man, drop a comment in the chat. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come in. Like I said, I ain't gonna be before y'all very long. But I do. I want to talk about. Yep. Oh, Nidra. Oh, okay. I didn't recognize your screen name. Okay, how you doing, Miss Nidra? Good to see you on. I appreciate you being on. I appreciate it. Appreciate you joining us. Appreciate you joining us on live. I just got a question for everybody. How domesticated are we? And I got a couple of points. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wait. We got else as you're coming in, drop a hashtag in the chat. Black to the Land, hashtag Black to the Land once you come in. Please and thank you. And we're gonna be announcing the winner. Yep. All right, I'm about to get into it, y'all. All right, so the basic question, man, because I was just thinking about this earlier this week. You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, in America, we live in a first world country, and we have a lot of conveniences and amenities, that has allowed us to become domesticated. When you think about something that has become domesticated, you think of like animals. You think of like a cat or a dog or some sort of animal like that, where it has ancestors that were wild animals, but they've been bred to be domesticated, to be more docile and friendly, and things like that, and to become accustomed, to a certain way of life. And I feel like, especially for a lot of us Americans, we've become domesticated, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like we go to a grocery store and, we just pick up a piece of meat. We pick up a pack of chicken. We go pick out our favorite snacks. We pick out our favorite drinks. We have no sort of investment in that other than the money that we spend on it. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is we become so detached. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about it because I remember there was, a time where, when I first started butchering chickens, over and they watched the whole process. And when it came time to eat it, they didn't want to eat it. And I'm like, why wouldn't you want to eat this? You eat chicken every day. But it was something in their mind that said, that's too fresh, or that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's super organic. Like, I've heard people say, oh man, I don't like that super fresh meat, or, whatever the case may be. Like, if you've ever eaten deer before or something like that, and you say, oh, it tastes gamey. You see what I'm saying? Because so used to farm raised, mass-produced animals, mass-produced food, mass-produced plants, crops, whatever the case may be, that's been grown with GMOs, with chemicals, with all these different types of things on it. You know what I'm saying? That has altered the taste, that has altered the organic and original taste. So when we have something that's actually organic and original, it tastes foreign to us, and we're kind of, you know, turned off by it. You know, it's kind of an off-putting taste, but really what that is that's a taste of, you know, organic and real. You see what I'm saying? But we become so domesticated that when we eat these things, you see what I'm saying? When we you know, try these things that are organic and they are coming from a good place, you know, our taste buds aren't accustomed to it. Our mindset isn't accustomed to it because you already don't have a connection to your food to begin with. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, just ask yourself, how domesticated are you? You see what I'm saying? Like, we're used to AC. You know what I'm saying? We're used to just being able to get in our car and just go wherever we please. As long as, you know, we have gas and we have a good running car, we can go wherever we please. We're used to everything being like this. We put something in the microwave for 30 seconds and it's hot. You see what I'm saying? We can go buy a frozen meal and all we have to do is either put it in the oven, the air fryer, or the microwave, and it's ready to eat. And that just shows just how domesticated we've become. It shows how domesticated we've become. You see what I'm saying? That when we actually do uh, have an opportunity to have something real, you know, we don't want it. We've become so detached. We've become so detached. And I would argue that it has been to our detriment. It has been to our detriment, most definitely, because we live in an age to where all of these diseases are at an all-time high, like the cancers, like the high blood pressures, like the diabetes, like, you know, all these different diseases that people, you know, struggle with today. You know, people are constantly sick, and all of these different things is because of the domestication of the American human. You see what I'm saying? That we could just pull up, you know, to a food establishment and be in and out of the line in 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying? With the burger, where the bread comes from a factory that could be in Kansas, where the beef comes from a factory that could be, you know, in South America. And the lettuce might come from California. And the onions might come from Georgia. You see what I'm saying? So you got all these, what you're consuming in your body, you have no sort of connection to at all. Think about that. You have no sort of connection to, and you wonder why your body is inflamed, why inflammation, why you're constantly spitting out mucus. You see what I'm saying? The milk you're going to get from the grocery store, that's just so conveniently there. You see what I'm saying? It's, you know, the cow lives all the way somewhere in Texas or somewhere in California, and you don't have any type of connection with that food or that, you know, that cow or whatever you're consuming in your body. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens with domestication. When you domesticate an animal like a cat or a dog, you give that animal a diet other than its natural instinctive diet. Wolves hunt. Wild dogs, coyotes, hyenas, they hunt, and they hunt for prey. That's why dogs thrive on the raw diet. If you ever study a dog on the raw diet, you'll see that a dog is more satisfied with a raw diet other than kibble, because that's his natural instinct. You see what I'm saying? And so it is for us as well. It's more healthier for us to you know, eat those things that come from the dirt that we've actually touched and that hasn't been, you know, chemically altered or genetically altered, that doesn't have all of these pesticides and herbicides on it. Or the meat wasn't grown in a factory where the chicken never saw sunlight in a day in its life, where it was force fed basically. Or a feedlot where a cow, you know, just was fed grain and just pumped up until it got so fat and until it was ready to slaughter. Or the same thing with hogs, whatever you consume. You see what I'm saying? And then you could just go to the grocery store, go to the meat aisle, pick it up, go pay for it, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? And there's little nutritional value for your body. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what you were designed to do. That's not what you were designed to do. You see what I'm saying? It's a well-known fact. See, I'm gonna tell you something. Third world countries, we might look down on third world countries, like countries in South America or Africa or Asia, we might look at these third world countries and see their living conditions, because their living conditions are not necessarily up to our Americanized standards. So we look at them and we just automatically think, man, they're so pitiful. But 9 times out of 10, those people are way more healthier than we are. 9 times out of 10, because everything they eat, they literally had to hunt it or grow it, raise it, process it, everything, fish for it, catch it, whatever the case may be. They had to literally harvest their own food. And you don't see the diabetes in those communities. You don't see, now, of course, yeah, you're going to have diseases and things that come into any population. You're going to have outbreaks. That's just going to occur. But I'm just talking about overall health. Overall health, you look at these third world countries, you look at these people who live in these villages, the elders live up into their 90s and 100s regularly. You know what I'm saying? Men are working up until their 50s and 60s. Women, same thing, 50s and 60s, even 70s. They're still working. They're still mobile. They don't have to constantly, inject insulin in their body. You see what I'm saying? They don't have to constantly take, 4 or 5 different medications on a daily basis, because they're not struggling with the diseases. And these people live in huts. These people are out in the sun all day. And we look at them like, oh, they're so pitiful, when really they're looking at us like, oh man, y'all are weak. You see what I'm saying? Y'all are domesticated. Y'all wouldn't even know how, if the grid went down, y'all wouldn't even know how to survive. You talking about these people grow their own, like they every meal that they prepare, everything is from scratch. See, even us, when we try to do good and we try to cook every day, we still going to get ingredients that were pre-made and packaged already. These people are literally making 90% of their food from scratch, whether it's the breads, whether it's the starches that they're eating, the stews, the meats, whatever, the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? They're literally preparing it, everything from scratch, to the point where they knew what animal they're eating. They went and picked that animal out the day before, the week before, whenever, and they harvested that animal. They cut that animal up and they put them in the pot. You see what I'm saying? Hey man, as y'all coming in, just drop a hashtag Black to the Land in the chat, man. I just got a question. I just got one question. How domesticated are we? That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, when you ask yourself that question, that right there is gonna really allow you to be at a place with yourself where you're real with yourself, and you say, man, I have become accustomed to all the conveniences. Because truth be told, and I hate to say it like this, but a lot of it has made us soft. A lot of it has made us weak. And not saying that, get rid of all of the, technology and amenities and everything. No. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is while you have the technology and the inventions and things like that make it possible for you to be able to, do greater things in a quicker time frame, use it to your advantage, but still know how to survive, still know basic necessities, still know basic survival skills. Because if you don't, you'll die. You see what I'm saying? If you don't, you'll die. That's why, they'll have an animal in the zoo for so long and they'll domesticate him and they'll try to just, disrupt his or her, or whatever animal it is. They'll try to disrupt their natural, instinct and their natural processes and try to domesticate them, and then they try to release them back into the wild, and you see they don't survive out there. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with us. Can y'all hear me? It's saying my connection is unstable. It's saying my connection is unstable. Well, I'm gonna just keep talking. Because I can see myself. And y'all can, you could do the replay and everything like that. But just ask yourself, how domesticated are we? You see what I'm saying? Because our health suffers. You know what I'm saying? Our mindset, our mentality suffers because of it. Our bodies suffer. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got people who walk miles every day to go get clean water and thrive. You know what I'm saying? Those people live and live simple lives. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is just take a step back from a lot of the things that you feel like you need in your life. Take a step back and just analyze it. You know what I'm saying? And realize what you truly need, because all of these things you think you need, like a career, like, this big house, like this, super pretty car, like all these nice clothes, all these things that you think you need, you're really focusing more on them than what you actually really need, which is, well, first off, a relationship and a good, solid foundation and connection with God, the Most High. And second off, you know what I'm saying? You need to focus on what you're putting in here, in your mind and in your spirit. You see what I'm saying? While you constantly scrolling on social media, while you constantly on your phone, while you constantly looking at a computer screen all day, and also what you're putting into your body. You neglect what you put in your body because you're so focused on all the externals that are all gonna, wither away long after, you know what I'm saying, you've gotten sick, or long after you've dealt with health issues, man. All those things is gonna go away. So you focusing so much on your career, and you focusing so much on what's going on in the world, you focusing so much on fashion that you neglecting what you actually putting in your body. You see what I'm saying? Like, that should be one of the most important things. Your body is your temple. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, the Whole Foods and all those type of organizations are starting to become popular, because people are recognizing, hey, we can't neglect this. We can't neglect this. We can't neglect our health anymore. You see what I'm saying? But your health suffers, when you get so dependent on the technologies and the advancement of society and all the conveniences. You know what I'm saying? Your body suffers. Your health suffers. Because when you do finally taste a real piece of meat, it's too potent for you, that you like, man, no, that's too rich. That's too this, that's too that. It's too much. Because you've been so used to eating what they call in the streets stepped on. You see what I'm saying? You ain't been eating the straight drop. You ain't been consuming straight drop. You've been consuming what has been stepped on. You see what I'm saying? I know y'all can understand that term. You've been so used to consuming what's stepped on, man. These people step on this food. They use all type of things to make it to allow it to be preserved longer, to allow it to grow faster, to grow bigger. You see what I'm saying? To allow it to sit on the shelf life and to be shipped, for long distances. They put all these different, and to also make it look appealing and taste appealing as well. So all these different things are going into this stuff. So your favorite bag of chips has at least 40 different ingredients in it. It has at least 40 ingredients in it. Your favorite bag of chips. Like, think about all that's put in there versus, some whole organic corn tortilla chips. And you taste that and you're like, man, that's a fresh taste. That's a different taste. You know what I'm saying? And then when you find it eating some real food, it make your stomach hurt, or make your body feel different because you ain't been used to eating that. That's where detoxification comes in, man. You got to detoxify from this domesticated way of life, man. You see what I'm saying? Because we weren't made to live in high rises and skyscrapers and, live in concrete jungles. We weren't designed for that, man. We was designed to be out in nature. We was designed to be in the sun. We weren't designed to sit under fake lights all day in the office setting, getting fake air blown on us that's just cooling our body down. You see what I'm saying? Versus the sun that's actually pulling out toxins from our body, pulling out toxins from our skin while we working and we sweating and we consuming the best of the best. You see, our ancestors, we can say what we want. Oh, they was eating chitlins, they was eating this, they was eating the scraps. But guess what? All those scraps were still organic. All those scraps, they was eating that along with, working out in the sun, getting that healing from the sun, being in nature. You see what I'm saying? Oftentimes they didn't have shoes, so they was barefooted. You see what I'm saying? But they was just out in the elements. They was out in and it really allowed them to be healthy. Now, of course, they was overworked, yeah. But I'm just saying, what they were consuming in their body was way more healthier than what we are consuming in our body today. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want the kind of, hit that point, man, because that question came into my mind, man, and I was like, yeah, I need to ask them this, man. Or I need to, put this out there so they can think about this. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we are we are literally, you know, becoming more and more dependent on artificial intelligence, man, to the point to where in a minute people ain't gonna be able to do nothing without artificial intelligence, man. We gotta look at people like the Amish community. We gotta look at people like the Mexican community. These people, man, they still the Amish people, they still use manual tools. They still use plows. You see what I'm saying? Horses and plows to plow their fields. They don't use no pesticides on their, you know, crops. They don't use none of that. They raise everything natural, man. And these people aren't dependent on anything. They know how to survive. They know how to build houses. They know how to do all this, man. You'll see, you know, 50 Amish men building one house, and that house will be built in like a month. You see what I'm saying? They building their furniture from real wood with real tools. None of this fake stuff, man. These people are really living. These people are really living, and you don't see the diseases being rampant in their communities. You don't see the sicknesses like that in their community. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta start, you know, detoxifying ourselves and you know, getting back to how we were originally meant to live, especially as melanated people, because, you know, different ethnicities of people thrive on different diets and different lifestyles. That's a well-known fact because we all come from different places in the world. You see what I'm saying? So where white people, you know, and not to make it a racist thing, but where white people, you know, when they went to places like the west coast of Africa, or they went to a lot of the coastal lands, especially here in the United States, like coastal Georgia, coastal South Carolina, like the Sea Islands and places like that, prior to, you know, vaccines, a lot of white people would die from malaria because they couldn't withstand, you know, malaria. They couldn't withstand staying in those type of environments because ethnically they were from a more colder environment. You see what I'm saying? Versus us Africans, you know, African Americans, whatever you want to call us, Hebrews, whatever you want to call us, we live in a more hotter climate. We can survive in climates that's hot. We can survive in climates that's humid. We can withstand malaria because there's different things within our DNA that allows us to withstand that because we've adapted to that over, you know, hundreds of years. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we have to find out what diet and what lifestyle works best for us so we can be healthy, so we can live longer, so we can stop, you know, dying in our 50s and 60s and 70s from these diseases that could have been prevented. You see what I'm saying? That's why Black folks, when they brought us to America, that's why we thrived in the South, because we were already used to the African sun. We were already used to the heat that was very hot. So when we came to the South, it wasn't nothing. That's why any group of people they tried to enslave, it didn't work. They couldn't withstand it. You see what I'm saying? So we got to do what works best for us, as far as lifestyle, as far as diet, as far as way of life, man, as far as culture. You see what I'm saying? Because we've been too domesticated. We've been taking the advice of people who don't look like us or don't share the same genetics with us, telling us what we should and shouldn't eat. We should eat what we see our ancestors ate, or what we see our, you know, fellow brothers and sisters in the diaspora. We should eat what they're eating. We should grow what they're growing. You see what I'm saying? We should eat a lot of okras, a lot of, you know, greens, you know, green vegetables, a lot of colorful vegetables. You know what I'm saying? You know, meat too, meat as well. You know, health, just different things like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't made to, you know, eat this diet, this American European diet. We weren't made to eat that. That's why you see, man, we have a lot of complications eating those type of things that, you know, other ethnicities can't eat, but we don't thrive on that. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's all, man. Just ask yourself, how domesticated are you? You see what I'm saying? If the grid was to go down, or if you was to be put in the middle of the woods, the middle of a forest, would you be able to survive? Would you know how to hunt your own food? Would you know how to harvest your own water? Would you know how to grow your own stuff? Would you know how to forage? Would you know how to slaughter, butcher? Would you know how to do that? Would you have the heart to do that as well? You see what I'm saying? Not even just the knowledge, but the heart to do it. You know, so that's it, man. And you know, with that being said, I just want to mention the winner of the giveaway. The person who actually put her submission in that is Miss Brittany Crown. She is the winner of the giveaway. Her YouTube name is Mama Fox of Four. Miss Brittany Fox, Mama Fox of Four. She is the winner of the giveaway, and I'm gonna be emailing her, and everything like that. But yep, that is the winner of our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, man. I want to appreciate y'all. I want to take the time to appreciate y'all and tell y'all I appreciate y'all, man, for just rocking with me, man, and being subscribed to the channel. Sword of Soul Homestead, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for getting me to 1,000, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And this is just the beginning, man, because this message is gonna go worldwide, man. My ultimate goal is to get this message across the whole diaspora, man, the whole African diaspora, the whole, you know what I'm saying, anybody who was brought to this hemisphere, and even to the continent of Africa, man. I ain't excluding nobody, man, and even to the young millennials, no matter what race you are. I want to get this message of getting back to the land. But mainly I want to talk to my African Americans, my ADOS, American descendant of slaves. You see what I'm saying? I want to talk to the people, who was brought to this country and we were stripped of everything, man. And when we were the skilled laborers, we got ran off of our land, man, and we was, just unable to do a lot of things, even though we were skilled workers, man, but we got forced off the land. We were discriminated against by the USDA. It's been systematically exposed that the USDA discriminated against black farmers, man, for decades. That's the reason why we had more black farmers in 1920 than we got in 2022. You see what I'm saying? If you haven't heard of it, look up the Pittsford versus Glickman settlement, man. It's the largest it's the largest settlement ever paid out to black people. I want to say it's like $2 billion or something like that. It's either $1 billion or $2 billion that was paid out, to black farmers specifically, because they had been discriminated against by the USDA and it had been proven, man. So just knowing all of these things, that it was systematically done, man. You know what I'm saying? That our ancestors were forced off their land, man. I can go back in time. I shared the story before, but I have specific ancestors. My 3-time great grandfather, his father, who was a white slave owner, a white man, left his children land, and they got ran off of that land by the Ku Klux Klan because black folks couldn't own land back in those days. And guess what? That land was never recovered or returned to the people who were entitled to that land. So that's a specific example that relates directly to me, to myself. You see what I'm saying? So I want to get this message out, to the black community, man. The African Americans, whatever you want to say, but the descendants of slaves, man, who were specifically brought over here because we were master agriculturalists, because we were carpenters, we were brick masons. We were just the skilled laborers that did majority of the groundwork for laying the foundation, man. So I want to get this message out. And if you believe in that message, man, please continue to share my page, man. Please continue to share your favorite videos, man. Please continue to support, you know what I'm saying? And just, keep rocking with me, man. I'm going to keep putting out this content and bringing awareness, man. But with all that said, man, I definitely appreciate y'all. I don't want to be before y'all too long. I didn't want to be before y'all too long this evening because I know it's Friday evening, everybody enjoying time with their family and all that good stuff, ready for the weekend, because I know I am. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all, South Lawrence fam, man. And just continue, man. Subscribe and like and comment and share and just rock with my content, man. But with that, I just want to say peace and blessings, y'all.